just making sure that this shows up properly. Hide the Firefox capture because we're not using that one. And we'll just get on to the actual starting screen. I stupidly forgot to actually open my instance. And oh my lord, everyone's in chat here. So, lucky me, I ended up having to go through all the different like warnings and this content may not be suitable for other viewers and all that BS because I'd done a full video react the last time I'd done any streaming. And how long ago was that? Three days ago. Also, today is my my oldest brother's birthday. So happy birthday to you, CMF. I'm not going to say your full name. I should probably call you like Arctic Flame or whatever you call yourself. I don't know if you feel comfortable having your name out there, but I mean, yeah. Um, but regardless, happy birthday to you. And sorry that the stream I'm going to be doing on my birthday is going to be a Minecraft stream because I know how much you hate that, but it is what it is, and I need to make the content. And 3 days, 3 days without any streaming. I am losing my touch. Or maybe I've just been burning out and I needed to have a break. I don't know. But it should be getting a little more regular. Oh, okay. That's that. Um, I'm not quite sure why my game is refusing to load all the way. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. Come on. And we'll switch to the live scene. Yay. Okay. Why is it not loading? There we go, finally! Also, you can see I have a new skin. It's a modified new skin. I should actually change the wardrobe slightly. Um, let's find this. Let's switch it to purple. And these guys. Hello. These guys. Wait, is the whole thing? I thought there was a tail thing. Huh? Okay, oops. Oopsie daisy. Oh, there we go. There's that bit 3. Still kind of confused why the tail suddenly became part of it. Cosmetics. Owned only. Why is my... There we go. It's back. Okay, that's why. Um... Hmm. Then for the head... The hat, I guess. I could have the pink nightcap. Face. Not that, but a nice flame sweater. A fishnet, not garlic, quite sure. I had a skirt though. I don't need skirt, but yeah. I think I'm gonna go with this one. It's cute. It's nice. So now we're actually gonna get on the server. Oh, Lord. And watch that 60 FPS drop down all the way to 0 for a few frames. Yay. Come on, come on, Peter. Lovely. Let me just put it back on Do Not Disturb. Now it is time to, nah, I'm not gonna say any of that. How many days? It's been 6 days since I came on.
She's got fire in her eyes tonight. Ashes to the ground, take flight. From the shadows she will climb, a spark that'll ignite over time. Wings of hope, they spread so wide. She's done with running, she won't hide. From the dust she's born anew, a blazing trail in sky so blue. Rise, rise like a phoenix high, burning bright against the sky. Fall and rise, no fear, no light, from the dark into the light. Feathers made of dreams untold, in her heart a flame so bold. Through the storm and through the cold, a legend in the stories old. Rise, rise like a phoenix high, burning bright against the sky. Fall and rise, no fear, no light, from the dark into the light. Embers fading in the breeze, her spirit dances with the trees. From her journey she's released, a testament of strength and peace. Rise, rise like a phoenix high, burning bright against the sky. Fall and rise, no fear, no light, from the dark into the light. Rise, rise like a phoenix high, burning bright against the sky. Fall and rise, no fear, no light, from the dark into the light. Embers fading in the breeze, her spirit dances with the trees. From her journey she's released, a testament of strength and peace.
Okay, y'all have simple voice chat, right? To be completely honest, from like my completely uneducated point of view, it kind of just looks like whatever the hell is going on is that some emotions got hurt, some people got upset, and that's how I guess. And then someone got canceled because of it. You know, the normal stuff that Twitter freaks do. Not something I should really need to concern myself over. I've seen the effects of overzealous social justice warriors actually trying to destroy people. And then I see what happens when they actually try to destroy people, and these people actually have connections. And depending on whether the people being actively attacked stay down or not, either nothing happens or they actually might even get more famous because of it. sound effect. Like, oh no, this person's so evil. Oh yeah, I forgot I had all that stuff on. Alright, let us see. Alright, who followed? Somebody stuff. I do need to shrink down this and probably scoot it up over to here and fix the chat box because no, I did not want to delete it. I do need to turn the text color to close. Hello, somebody 55. And welcome to the chat. When I'm active in here, unfortunately, there's not really a way for me to check it unless somehow I have this going on. Wait a minute, does it even register that you said anything? Let me test. There we go. There we go, it's tested. Hello, anybody? All right. Honestly, with a lot of the controversies that happen around these times, more often than not, it just ends up being someone got their feelings hurt and, hello, so that's you. Thank you for the follow. But it sometimes it honestly just seems like, oh no, I got my little bitty baby feelings hurt, and now I'm gonna take it out on it. It's and honestly, like, I've been targeted by cancellations, and it's really annoying, especially when it's like something that genuinely impacts you as a person, and you talk about it, and then it's like, oh, because you didn't do it in the specially sanctioned way that we demand of everyone who talks about it in this way, even though you're the one literally who has been affected by it. Like, we're gonna now try to destroy everything you got, which, I'm just gonna say it, it's one of the most immature things you can do. Like, so what if so what if you don't like what someone's saying? You don't try to then handle that and do everything you can to destroy it. It means you grow the fuck up and actually, like, get a skin. I know that's vicious and it's harsh, but I also believe it's not being vicious or harsh enough. towards people that just throw BS all over the place. That we're not outright saying, hey, this is absolutely stupid. Stop being the kind of person to encourage stupidity. But no, we have to be oh so careful and tender and timid. And for someone like me who already has like the a difficulty with being oversensitive and being ever so gentle and kind, it is more hard than you give me credit for. Like being kind and polite and everything is super super frustrating. But it's like if you have to worry all the time about whatever you say, like, oh no, is this gonna offend someone? Is that gonna offend someone? You're never gonna say a fucking thing. You're never gonna get your point across. You're never gonna actually have an opinion because every fucking thing you say is gonna be muted, strangled, and beaten out of you because people just cannot get a skin. And I have seen this time after mind. It gets to the point where there's the people that genuinely just put their heads down. They're the people that trot over the ones who put their heads down, and then there are people that keep their heads up and say, screw that, I'm gonna do my stuff. Sometimes they get trodden on, regardless, although they then get their faces beaten in, and sometimes they fight back. And it's like, which one are you gonna be? Now, there are things that I do believe are inappropriate to say. A lot of the stuff that's been said on my streams by non-me entities, from the doxing to the death threats, if I recall, to the multiple accusations of pedophilia that I've had to deal with, um, like all of that. It, I mean, number one, that's just not okay to accuse someone of fucking pedophilia when you don't even have proof. But the guy who's doing it, like, he doesn't even have anything there. Like, some people, like, I don't have it all there. I don't have it all there, but at least I have something. I mean, hey, I'm literally setting up streams. Nobody's monitoring my streams. Isn't that funny? Like, most disabled people, from what I've heard, and this is probably gonna sound super ableist, but believe me, sometimes some of the, like, if I shared some of my experiences, you'd be all over me for being ableist and mean. But, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of, like, special needs people, um, that stream, I'm pretty sure a lot of them do have someone helping behind the scenes. Even normal people have people helping behind the scenes. I don't. I don't have the luxury of having someone else who actually knows more than, like, turn on the computer about how to get a fucking stream going, how to get growth going, because I'm surrounded by morons and nincompoops. And the people trying to help me, well, they're smart in the things that I'm not all that great on. The things that I am somewhat acceptable in and I'm trying to grow in, there's not a fucking person in the entire city, apparently, who knows how to set up a good live stream. At least that doesn't demand that I shell out $1,000 just to look in their direction or some stupid thing like that. So, of course, there's just me, my laptop, my mouse, my charging cord, my microphone, and the game, and Streamlabs. I mean, getting to multi-stream, that was a huge jump. And we tried to get monetization, but I mean, I have no idea how to get how the fuck am I supposed to get monetization going? That's another thing that actually having someone who knows a thing or two about how to do this stuff, how that would actually be helpful. But no, I'm alone. All alone without a fucking clue about how to do any of this shit. It's like, oh, you wanted to make something of yourself? Well, too fucking bad. All you can do is just have someone throw obscenities in your direction that would immediately get you banned off any news organization the moment the other guy opens their mouth. And you just have to take it. All you can do is just wait and keep taking it on the chin. And I'm like, I'm the third person. I don't like being forced to cower, to down, to bite the bullet and put my head in the dust. Because, as I said, the first group, the people who enjoy destroying people, they're just gonna grind their heel into the back of your head and make you eat dirt till you die. But if you stand up, who knows? Maybe if they try to bring their foot down, they'll find that it's been just cut off. You know, what happens when the blade of justice gets swung, but they've jumped up so high because their ego is so through the roof that they're now falling, and then slice the thing that was supposed to take off their proverbial head ended up taking off their proverbial feet. Okay, there we go. And yeah, I know I'm probably gonna get banned off the server for saying all that stuff. For actively saying, like, hey, just like, trying to ban someone because you don't agree with them might not be the smartest choice. Because yeah, that is controversial. That is mean to say that you believe that people should be allowed to say things that they believe. Well, yes, that does foster then horrible groups of people. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say which kinds of people, but you know who I'm talking about. Particularly the people who watched Gerg's video where he ended up getting banned from the Create Aeronautics discourse for it. I mean, talk about a censorship thing going south. Like, dude just puts it on there, makes multiple apologies for it, and it's like, this is the only thing I can do, and then manages to, like, run with it, in a sense, and just be like, yep, that makes sense. And have a comedy bit. Like, I don't approve of what the Nazis were doing in Germany, but I found Gerg's video, like, I knew it was satire. Again, that's something that a lot of these social justice idiots cannot comprehend, is that there's this thing called satire, where something is exaggerated to make it funny. I know, revolutionary thought that people might actually twist horrible situations on their heads. I don't know. And make fun of the bad people. It's just like, oh yeah, and I'm honestly like getting to the point where it's just like, do I keep my head down and not offend anyone? Because, believe me, like if I describe my medical condition in one word, mind you, that one word I have actually actively experienced, but when I tell you that it was terrifying, that doesn't even begin to cover it. But I'd immediately get banned off the Discord. Immediately, people would be blocking me. People would be trying to attack me on Twitter, yada, yada, yada. All because I describe my medical condition with one simple word that actually fits. Because guess what? That word is offensive to the people that don't actually have the damn condition. It's like someone getting offended on behalf of me for me using a word to describe myself. And at that point, it's just like, are you fucking insane? Have you lost your damn mind? Are we seriously all upset about someone having an opinion? Oh no, an opinion. One that we can't control. Oh no. And it's just like, bro. Like, you really don't have to, like, You don't have to be offended on behalf of anyone unless they genuinely cannot get offended for themselves. Like, making jokes about Holocaust victims is definitely off limits. Making disparaging jokes and effectively taunting the perpetrators of it, like, ha, see, you're rotten in jail now, like that kind of stuff, where you're actively showing a hatred for a group of people that actively did their best to ruin people's lives and end them, if we're being completely honest. Which, not a lot of people are actually being honest these days. It's all like, optics and be ye sensible and be ye kind. Treat others like you want to be treated. I want to be treated honestly. If I'm being a moronic asshole, and I'd use the R word here, but oh no, people would get offended at that. Oh my god. Like, I want you to call me an asshole. If I'm being retarded, you need to tell me, yeah, you're acting stupid. Go get a cup of coffee, because then you'll be fixed and able to go. Like, that's basically the sum of the medical condition that I've had to deal with for the past 20 some years. And I'm not ashamed of using that word, because guess what? Even if it is a slur that must be avoided at all costs, it describes me to a T. I mean, who else would dare to get political in a Minecraft stream? Oh my god. Who would ever combine an Apollo TV movie with a reaction to a leaflet video where she discusses how a house husband took the internet by storm and made everyone absolutely go batshit crazy, and then follow it up, because all these freaking misandrists are just losing their minds, to then following it up with a reaction to a girl or woman, I assume by now, learning Minecraft PvP and absolutely besting a dude, which, great. And mind you, like, the whole video wasn't even about, like, oh, I'm a girl and I must do it. The majority of the fucking video was about the game and about how to do the PvP. Just sword PvP. And that's literally how it works. And then, of course, I followed it up with the Rexifer video, the whole, like, season 2, episode 1, and man, oh man, was that one a doozy. But it's honestly like, oh my lord, it honestly gets really. I'm gonna be honest. It actually gets me pretty enraged when I see people just being like, well, I'm not one of you, but I'm gonna speak as if I'm one of you. Like, oh, I'm not a parent, but I'll speak as if I am a parent. Like that whole pragmata dog shit situation that happened a while ago. Like, I'm not a parent. I've never really had experience with children, but I'm gonna tell you all this, and I'm gonna go on a soapbox built on absolutely fucking nothing. And you have actual parents being like, that is how our children react to stuff? That is exactly how a child acts. That is how a 7-year-old girl would look. She's not a fucking toddler. I mean, Shoe had put it like summarized all the pragmata discourse basically down into a couple sentences. Basically, like the guys just want to be dads, and her take on what the liberals were all saying is like, damn it, why is the child too sexy? And that was basically the whole point. The conservatives, the people who enjoyed the game, were like, this is adorable. All the freaks were like, oh, you're pedos because you like this character. And all of them were like, oh no, that's not how a child acts. And it's like, no, you're not a parent. And I'm inevitably gonna get probably someone in the chat, or I'm probably gonna get banned because I'm using slurs while discussing this on stream. And I'm probably gonna get YouTube stuff to get all mad at me and probably ban the video because yada 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 yada, and I'm being extremely edgy and angry and yada 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 yada. And I'm just like, okay, can they have someone who's autistic and has ADHD to actually weigh in on this? Someone who has legitimately had a full break, like a full mental shutdown. Not a breakdown, a shutdown, where their mind just practically completely flatlines. Where they are pushed so far past their breaking point that they sit down at work, even though they know that the job that they're doing, they would love it so much, they do love it so much, but they cannot work because they are so drained. And they know that it's still 90 more minutes until they can finally get what it takes to finally get back to work. And finally have their brain functioning again. But if I talked about it the same way that I would talk about it off camera, people would get offended. Why? Because people just want to get fucking offended at anything. And I know that this is definitely off color to a lot of you if you're watching this. Like you're not you're coming on for a Minecraft stream. You're not coming on to hear some disabled. I'm just gonna call it like there are two things. There are three classifications of things. Well, two classifications and one non-classification specific thing that I will call retarded or retards. There are government policies that actually cause detriment to their people. I mean, not COPPA, Kids Online Safety Act, the COSA crap. There are objects and programs that are supposed to function properly and don't. And then there's me. I'll call myself a retarded asshole. And frankly, because I'm insulting myself with a word that theoretically would have been used as a slur against me, you guys have no place to be offended. Isn't that funny how it works? Especially because even if you are neurodivergent, it's not being aimed at you. And for the people who are going to say, oh, it's PTSD, 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 go see a therapist. But instead of whining about, oh, this person set it off, like figure out how to actually fix it. Like if a therapist is supposed to be a doctor for your broken mind, a doctor doesn't just say, oh, you have a malaria? Let me give you some pain meds to help you feel better. No, it's like, let me get you some quinine and we'll flush that shit right out. If you have a broken leg, they don't just give you painkillers and make you go back home. They set the fucking bone so you can heal. So you have these therapists, and more likely than not, all the people who would get offended at me calling myself retarded are going to be using these therapists. But they're more concerned, like, these therapists are more concerned about making you feel better than they are about actually making you better. Believe me, I have just about had enough with this whole cancel culture retarded ass shit. And yes, I use the word. I'm starting to like, I'm reclaiming that word. And I'm going to be using it as much as humanly possible because the people that get offended by it are the kinds of people that frankly just need to either touch grass or just outright get a fucking life. Because if you're super upset about a word, a single word being used by someone who quite literally fits that definition. I mean, we don't get offended if a white person or an Asian or like anyone who's not black uses the N word. But if a black person uses it, it's totally fine. So if you get to do it with that, why should I, someone who genuinely has developmental disabilities that kept me trapped as a single-digit mental age until practically when I moved out. Well, that might have been my parents' fault. Like, why should I not call myself retarded? Retarded quite literally means slow, usually slow of mind. And believe me, when I've been working for 4 hours, given it my all because I expected it to just be 4 hours, so I'm like, burn all the reserves. And then I find out, oh shit, I have another 90 minutes that I'm supposed to do before I can actually refill the reserves. I mean, that I I almost had a panic attack during my brain's shutdown. The funny thing was, my brain was shut down so much that I couldn't even have a panic attack. Like I knew, oh no, I should be panicking. I should be freaking out. My brain is totally shutting down. I am freaking out. I'm freaking out. No, I'm actually not freaking out because I can't freak out. Because my brain can't even function to that extent anymore. And if I talk about that, people immediately call me a bigot, ableist. Like, you better believe I'm ableist. Like, if you rest on the laurels of, oh, I'm disabled so I can't do anything, you're worth, you're less than nothing. You're a detriment. If you have a disability, what you do is you see what you can do with it. If you're blind, I know, like, just look at Stevie Wonder. Dude is blind. If you're deaf, I mean, you can read, you can type, you can write, you can make music. I mean, Beethoven was deaf. I mean, granted, he only became deaf. If you can't speak properly, number one, there's speech therapies, and number two, like, not everything has to be spoken. If you're cognitively impaired, I mean, there's always spaces for you that you can be your best self in. You can always find places that'll train you, that'll work at your pace. And who knows, maybe you'll start outperforming the people who don't have disabilities because you have to prove yourself to everyone. I have to prove myself to everyone because I'm disabled and because I'm autistic, so that immediately people think, oh, they're stupid. Like, no, I'm actually kind of smarter than you. Then again, it was mostly because I actually was allowed to read books when I was younger, and you just scrolled TikTok. I I I filled my winter day. Like, I filled my winter days in front of the fire, an actual fire, a wood burn fire, reading the 1993 World Book Encyclopedia so many times. That's what happens when you prioritize learning. And granted, I'm autistic, so apparently my brain's better at remembering facts. But you, it's just so stupid because it's like, oh no, I'm disabled. Whatever will I do? What you do is you take that disability and you weaponize it. I weaponize my autism all the time, okay? Like, I run rings around people. I literally completely flabbergasted a bunch of people that I'm going to be doing stuff with. Because, well, it's kind of fun when you come up with something that they can't do. I literally, like, all I did was I took text, converted it to binary, converted the binary into a decimal, and then dumped the decimal number, the base 10 number, into the chat, and they're like, what the fuck is he saying? And, I mean, I knew how to solve it. One other guy knew how to solve it. I'm pretty sure he's autistic, if I recall correctly. But it's just so annoying when you have people being all like, oh yes, I'm gonna stand up for you disabled people. Like, bitch, I can stand up for myself. I have both my legs. I'm retarded, not a paraplegic. There's a big difference. And even a retard can actually point out, hey, you're being an idiot. After all, it takes one to know one. Probably offended and probably offended the one guy who was like talking and who was seeing me in chat. Also, hi, the three other viewers besides myself. You just missed out on one of the most legendary classics of all time that didn't come out of the mouth of Dexter White. Because I'm not brave enough to, like, enter into that level of screaming into the microphone. Anyways, yeah, oh yeah, so yeah, this is my temporary new look while I prepare for, like, an RP situation thing that I'm gonna be in. Anyways, let's go mining. And, you know what? I don't know. I don't remember what it is. Yes. Why is my screen so bright? Ooh, I need some more souls for y'all. Oh, hi! Where's the darkness? No. anyone in here? Yeah. Yeah, I caught it. Yeah. I only just saw your message, though, too. Yeah. Skip I kid you not, I genuinely jumped at that. That genuinely startled me. Who has pinged me? Wait, oh lord. One of my socks actually has a hole in it. Huh. And it's just the pinky toe one. That is hilarious. Ah, no, stop it. Oh, that is my med reminder thing. Come on. My phone has to wake up and do all of its retarded shit before it'll actually function. And yes, I unapologetically call my phone retarded. Bite me. It is. I hate that device with a passion that rivals a dictator's hatred for their own people. Believe me, I've seen many dictators. some gold showing up. Oh, wait. Okay, let's get more. Oh, there's the gold. There's the gold I knew I was looking for. Also, I should probably bring up from earlier, like the whole crash out thing. That was pretty mild. I mean, compared to something that Dexter White would do, mine was like a mild perturbance. I didn't start doing a whole diss track against an entire company because of a slop game that was made using their characters. But there was a video uh, by Apollo TV. It's a great video, very well done. I love it so much. But there's this one part that just really upset me. Um, Not like the, oh, I'm a wimp and this didn't make me feel good, so I'm going to be now ranting and raving about it. Not ranting and raving, because raving implies that it was good. And but it is good. I will rave about the video. But this particular sequence was where you discovered how the villain had been treated. Because it wasn't just like some sympathetic, oh no, poor girl grew up with a bad, sad home, yada yada. Like, she had been consistently marginalized. Her parents practically made sure to let her know that they did not think they were safe around her, that she was basically just evil. That everyone called her a freak. I don't just mean like a couple people. Everyone called her a freak. Even her parents, her classmates would not shut the fuck up about it. They were just being cruel and vindictive all the time. Damn, that's not. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but being called a freak a lot really messes with your head. And the part that really got me upset was just like how the girl had been treated her entire life. In fact, like there's a scene earlier in the video where the like you hear a girl sobbing in a bathroom, and she's like begging people to like go, no, don't do this, like, get away, go away, please, yada yada. Like, and it wasn't just like, no, I'm angry. Like, she was, you could hear genuine fear in her voice. And turns out that was from people who had actually actively tried to hurt her. And she was screaming for them to stop. But they never did. I mean, it's also really interesting that like how they cast it. And just a small little Easter egg. I love that Apollo did this in the video, which you can go see my reaction to. It's on the full VOD is on the live page. I did that one, then I did the reaction to Leaflet, then I did a reaction to Rain specifically is like the YouTuber's name, and her PvP thing, and then I did a Rexifer thing, but you can like with that video, Apollo TV, like Apollo, or I should call him Colton for the real guy. Like, Colton actually like put a little Easter egg in there because the girl's parents are played by an actual IRL romantic couple in the content space, Narfi and Nature of Gaming. And I just think that's really sweet. Did that literally just explode? more gold.